Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
So I hope.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening. I
Good
hope.
evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. I hope. Yeah. Please, I'm going to schedule the training now. So please mute yourself, please. So first 15 minutes, I'll discuss the topic which we have covered yesterday, so that if I missed or by mistake you missed something, we can be able to understand the whole training sessions. Okay. So shall I start?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I check, whether you are mute.
Yes, sir.
All right. So mute yourself. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yesterday we have discussed, just a moment. Yesterday we have discussed why we should manage workplace health and safety. All right. And
Okay,
what
sir.
will be the learning outcomes?
Yes, sir.
So see, simply providing you the information and I'm not getting the correct information from you guys, I feel like I cannot be able to give you as much information as I want you to give. So if I ask some questions, just if anyone wish to give the answers, please unmute themselves and give the answers. All right. So the outcome in this element will be, we are going to discuss the moral, financial, and legal reasons for managing health and safety in the workplace. Okay.
Yes.
Then explain how health and safety is regulated and the consequences of non-compliance. Number one thing I would like to ask, do you know what the meaning of consequences? Anyone?
Yes, I know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me anyone.
And
The outcome. The outcomes.
Very nice, very nice. Now mute yourself. Yeah.
The result.
Yes, very nice. And non-compliance, that means not following, all right, the law. Then we will summarize the main health and safety duties of different group of peoples at work, like from directors, managers, then supervisors, worker, and later on we explain how contractors should be selected, monitored, and managed. Okay. Now, in element 1.1, we have discussed moral and money, right? Why manage health and safety? Okay, I'll explain it. Just question it carefully. Suppose where an accident includes any undesired circumstances, that is situation, which give rise to ill health or injury, damage to property, plant, products, or the environment as well, even production loss or increased liabilities. What you understand with a word called increased liabilities? Anyone? Any idea? Increased liabilities. If anyone knows, please unmute yourself and give the answer, please.
Liability means
Increased liabilities, not just liabilities.
the increased liability means the
yeah.
please tell me.
Yeah, speak dear, please.
Liability means that increase of the amount or penalties which they pay.
Very nice, very nice. Even you can say, like, suppose if there is an accident happened, right? You know, there will be a lot of consequences, like which can lead to, like, there will be a chances of person get injury. There will be a chances of property damage, even plant, products. No matter, employer has to pay for something which they have taken it in credit. Okay. From where they received the resources, they will not ask. They don't want to know what happened in your company. They want their money back. So it will automatically increase your liabilities. All right.
But sir, increased liabilities one of meaning self-responsibilities for person is to gain our self-responsibility to how to do it the work.
I didn't get you. Can you please elaborate a little bit much?
कि मतलब यही है कि रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी में ये होता है कि व्यक्ति का स्वयं से क्या अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है.
That is, see, the response. Liabilities is like we have another liabilities. My liability is to look after my family, right? Your liability is to look after your families, your needs, your demands. We are talking about the company. We are talking about the organization here. So in this context, production losses or increased liabilities, there will be a chances like 99% chances if there is any accident, there will be a chances of lot of losses like property, plant, production, or as well as it will impact on the environment. Now the production loss or increased liabilities, so whatever be the like outcome from the from the resultant accident, whatever be the outcome we are receiving from, like employer is receiving, employer need to settle down each and everything, right, to make it run like before. But everywhere they need to deal with cash flow also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now the accident at work can lead to serious injury and even death, as everybody knows. Are you familiar with this? Accident at work can lead to serious injury and even death.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody is agree with these sentences?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
very nice. So accident rate will be discussed in a future article. Okay, general trends can be shown. Like I'll discuss, like in 2003 and 4, there were 606 accidents resulting in death at work, 45,516 major injuries. Okay, 1,30,247 over 3 days. Okay, so you need to know all such things. Now, work-related ill health and occupational disease can lead to absence from work and in some cases to death. Suppose if you are working in any company, all right, and if you are not well because of the negligence of the employer, because they are not providing you basic facilities like resting area or like proper sanitation, changing room, rest area, there is nothing proper. All right.
Yes, sir.
So ultimately what will happen? The employer will get lot of different kind of diseases, which is work related, or it can be or accident also somewhere, or which can lead to the death also if the accident is too high. Okay, so we have three very good reasons to manage health and safety in the workplace. That is moral reasons, legal, which is social reasons as well, and financial or economical reasons. Okay, now what do you mean by moral reasons? If is anyone who can give me the correct meaning of moral? So you don't need to think more about moral. Just tell me what is the like exact meaning of moral.
Like taking care of the employees, I mean own employees.
Suppose, yeah, very nice. Suppose you are going to, suppose you are working with some organization, all right, and you are dealing with some kind of activity like hot work or excavation work or like working at height. If they will not provide you safe place of work, PPEs, safe method of work, what will happen? What do you think that time? Oh my God, my companies don't even think about my health, my safety. If I die, my whole family will suffer. Okay, so we should not letting employees become ill or injured in the workplace. It costs society upward of pound 14 billion every year to help people recover from workplace accidents. So just see how much money the employer is spending just to just to recover the victims, like the injured persons, after meeting them with accidents. We all know we must provide a safe place to work, but once we have ticked the boxes, like you kept everything, all right, your policy is developed, everything is done, you checked everything and you just leave it. So what I'm going to discuss is, but once we have ticked the box, that doesn't mean we can simply ignore it afterwards. We have to continuously monitoring that.
Follow through.
Yeah, it is very important. So we have to ensure everyone is on board with our safe working method. Like no one is deviating from that implemented culture, implemented policies, what you have kept for your workers or staff, right? So getting them involved in policy making, risk assessment, and developing safe working procedures will ensure they are fully engaged in our methods. So my question here is, what I want to know from you guys, is it a good practice while developing any risk assessment or method statement or making any safe working procedure? It is a good practice, like we should involve our staff, workers representative? If yes,
Yes,
if yes,
yes.
then why? If yes, then why?
Because those people are the people that are direct on the job. So they will want to know what's happening, more especially when it comes to risk assessment, because they are involved with all the, they are exposed to the hazards.
Very nice. And they know what are the control measures kept by the company. Okay, they are familiar with the control measure. They are familiar with the hazards and the risk involved in their activities. So they can save them well themselves and they can save other also, right? So now come to the financial reasons. Anyone have any idea about financial reasons? We are discussing about three main reasons. One, moral reasons, you understand. What is financial reasons?
Yes,
Property damage.
The
Yeah.
financial reasons, when the person get
Surinder,
injured, like
Surinder Thota, can I get a information? I'll just try to like identify the name. Please try to speak whether you know it or not. Surinder
yeah, I
Thota.
know.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Surinder. Can I have a little bit of information from your end?
Yes, sir. Financial reasons, if employee get injured or death, it impacts on the factory production. First
Very
thing,
nice.
they have to pay huge money or penalties to the employee. At the same time, the production will get no, disturbed. Like if you take another person, we have to give the training to that person. It will take some more time to get the good production. Meanwhile, the production, whatever the targets they sets, they will reach. Ultimately, the company will go loss.
Very nice. And it cost them too much, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so if they follow all the health and safety policies to be implemented, it is a good idea, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's a positive culture also. And I'm getting some like women sounds. Please, guys, if you are still like you have not muted yourself, please mute it. And if I want to ask something, I'll just try to like identify names, okay? And then he should give me the proper answer if he knows it. All right. So I have got a very good answer, and I'm very happy with it. And I hope everybody and everyone understand what Surinder said. Everybody agreed?
Yes, sir.
Very
yes,
nice.
sir.
So now tell me something about the legal reason. What you have understand about the legal reasons here? Out of three main reasons, there are still one more reason, that is legal reasons, which is very important to manage health and safety.
NEBOSH IGC का क्या है पूछो?
The legal reasons.
पूछो क्या है क्या नहीं कहाँ से registration कर रहे हैं?
We must follow.
If you not,
Yeah. Speak.
We can avoid the
if you
complaints
not
from the other
follow,
companies.
Okay. Who is speaking right now? Who is giving me the answer? Please tell your name.
Myself, Syed Mustafa Saif.
Yeah, Mr. Syed, can I have an answer from you? You can speak, no issues.
We can avoid some complaints from the nearby companies in case of any accident is happened, or due to the, if you suppose you don't measure the health and safety in our company, it may cost to other companies also, and they can make some complaints.
Okay, very nice. So we have got a little information from our friend, but let me explain it very clearly. We must follow a statute, a written past document or a law by the legislative body, the acts and regulation derived by the parliament that are provided for us to set our own health and safety objectives. What do you mean by objectives over here? What is the meaning of objective?
Set of rules
Very
and
nice.
regulations.
Rules, regulation
which
for what?
we-
For what?
Health
Safety
and safety.
objectives.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm asking. Safety objective, that is a goal, a aim. To achieve what?
The targets of safety and
To get a positive health and safety environment in
Yes.
your organization, which can meet
Yes,
with
sir.
the legal obligations which they have agreed with the regulatory authorities, right? And follow to ensure we are meeting the compliance, the action of complying, all right? Which need we are meeting the compliance need of legislation and to avoid criminal or civil prosecutions and convictions. Two people interrogating. Just a moment. So where are we? So conviction. What you understand with the word called conviction is anyone know this one? The meaning of conviction. See why I'm targeting some word, because if there is a scenario based questions and if you don't know the some meanings, it will be like difficult for you to understand the scenario. So I want you guys to be familiar with some word meanings also. If you know, it's very good, but I have to make sure like everybody understand. All right. So where are we? So it's a hello. Are you getting my voice?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I was
Sir.
thinking like
Criminal offensive.
yeah, criminal offense, like not meeting. If suppose there is an organization, okay, they have a policy, health and safety policy. They have promised with the regulatory bodies that what they act we have taken for the activity, based on our activity, we are going to implement everywhere throughout our organizations. But if they find guilty for not obeying, they will be charged as criminal or civil offense. Okay. And if they found guilty, okay, made by the decision made by the judge, there will be a charge occurred
Excuse me, sir.
on them. Hello.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, sir. Could you please explain me once again the
Legal
hello?
compliance.
Excuse me.
Legal compliance. Hello. So the employer is legally responsible for welfare system, health and safety in the workplace, and we use the term so far as reasonable and practicable. What do you understand with the word called so far as reasonable and practical? Once you complete the NEBOSH IGC level 3, suppose out of 45 or 50 students, minimum I guess 25 are fresher. For freshers, they are going to use this word throughout their life. Even the person who is having like experience, and I hope a lot of students are still working with good reputed companies, and they are using this word reasonable and practicable. Without, yeah, anyone have any idea about this word?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please share the information with us.
Reasonable. This word is a reason for work-related knowledge, and practicable, just like a working work idea, just like a practice the work.
No, very nice. No, okay, let me little bit correct it you. Suppose there is a requirement of a switchboard. There is like you want to make a guard over around the switchboard. Will you go for some hierarchy of control, Okay,
Yes.
like you will check for elimination control, then then substitution control, engineering control,
Engineering
administration, and last life control. That is PPE. All right. Once you come up with the hierarchy of control,
Yes.
will you agree, like if anyone asks you to make a casing with a gold plated casing around
Yes.
the switchboard, is it reasonably practicable?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Is it not practicable? You have a limited resources, and with that resources you have to manage everything which can be reasonable and which can be practicable also.
Practical.
The utmost you can do it for to have
Yes.
to make a guard over it. It is nothing like you just spend entire money on just to make a guard over it. That is why what is written here, which is why we can set our own objective, otherwise known as goal setting, safety management. So as long as what we do is complain, like we are not getting any complaints from the site or from any areas or from neighbor countries, neighbor industries, we will keep on doing it. All right. So that our workplace should be safe place of work. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm really very sorry. Yesterday I missed one slide. Okay. So in financial cost, okay, in financial cost of incident, we have two type of cost. One is direct cost and one is indirect cost. Okay. So what is direct cost? The cost which is directly related to the accident is known as direct cost, and indirect cost, the cost which may not be directly attributed to the accident but have an impact on economic condition of an organization. All right. So we have little differences here between direct cost and indirect cost. So let me explain the financial cost of incident with respect to the direct cost. Okay. So how this incident impact on any organization? There will be an insurance claim 100% if there is an accident, because everybody, like if you join any good companies, first of all you will also get a insurance card. Okay, if you get ill, you can go to the hospital, check it out without the charge. They will not charge any money from you. It will be, they will get this money from the insurance company. Okay, then sick pay. If someone gets ill and cannot be able to come to the office, they will get sick pay as well. Loss of production, it will direct cost, right? If there is an accident, and if the person cannot work for another 1 day or 2 day, or for investigation, if they already waste their 4 hours or 5 hours, there will be a production delay. Suppose they wanted to make a 10 frames, you can guess, you can consider 10 frames, they cannot be able to make 10 in that day. They can make at least 6 or 5 or 4, right? Product and material damage, obviously if there is an accident, there is a chances, 100% chances, there will be a chance of property damage or material damage. Product, what they are making, and materials damage, what the product what they are working with, they get damaged. Then insurance claim, sick pay, loss of production, sorry it is repeating, repair to the damages. You will ask for departments, or you will ask for repairing companies. They will come to repair your damaged products, okay, or your damaged equipments, whatever. Then production loss or damage. Then damage to equipment, buildings, legal cost. If there is an accident, the enforcement agency will come to check. Understand? If there is an accident, there will be a chance, the enforcement agency will come to check how it happens, why it happens. They will have an investigation. They will do the investigation. And then company people, company representative, need to go there and do all the required like which is required for this enforcement agencies. They will try to prove like it is not because of the like why it happened, because of the employer it happened or because of the worker it happened. So there will be another issue, but they will
Sir,
charge. Hello.
Sir, I want to say that
Yeah.
building damage, insured costs are insured costs.
Which one?
Clear it, sir. Building damage, insured costs are insured costs.
We will do it later on this one, insured and uninsured cost. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So damaged equipments, buildings, legal cost, training and replacement cost, fines as well as compensations. So suppose we have already studied about this one. If there is any, yeah.
What is mean by the legal cost?
Legal cost is, suppose if the regulatory bodies will come for the investigation, you will be charged with some offense like civil or criminal. Okay. You need to go to the court. You need to hire the prosecutor. You need to pay money from your pocket. It will not be insured. It will directly cost you from your pocket, from the company finance.
Yes.
Understand?
Okay.
And then if there is an accident happen,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you will ask for another employee to come and do the work. So before that, you need to send him for the training. Okay, then replacement cost, like if you are hiring some more employees, you need to pay replacement costs also, like HR, then recruitment process, everything, as well as fines and compensation. If you are proved to be guilty, or if there is any like provision, like if you find guilty by the court, there will be fines as well. Okay. And as well as, suppose if their worker cannot be able to come to the office, we will have to give compensation for it. Okay. So now come to the indirect cost. What is, can you speak, anyone can speak what is indirect cost? Mr.
Which
Nitish
cannot
Kumar.
be shown.
Nitish. Yeah, Nitish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Can you please? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, indirect costs, for example, worker is injured to in the company, and just like damage, just like sir, production loss, so and time loss.
Time loss of orders. Okay.
And production loss. You can say, you can consider to
loss of goodwill and organizational image
cost.
will go down.
Image also.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay.
Indirect cost means which cannot be seen physically.
Which cannot be
Seen physically, but impact.
yes, very nice, good answer. You cannot imagine like how it will cost you, but you can just imagine, or you can just consider these are the criteria. Even more worse than that, there will be a chances that the like new TV news channel will come to your office, like, and they will have a video session. Your name will be like destroyed everywhere. The contract which you going to receive in future, it will be cancelled by the client because of your bad name. So it costs you too much. You cannot even imagine. And then investigating, like time spent on investigating incidents and trainings. Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Suppose there is an accident, you will call, like if you are there at site, if you are a safety officer or if you are a supervisor, ultimately you are going to report to your immediate supervisor or your manager, right? Based on the level of the accident, those people will come for the investigation. See, suppose if there was no accident, okay, they were busy in doing their other jobs, but because of this accident, they have to come for the investigation, for investigating the incident. So it will be an indirect cost. Apart from this 4 hours which they spend already on investigating the incident, they could have complete their other tasks. Okay, understand?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Very nice. Now what do accident cost you? Yeah.
Just like a worker not in working
Please
5
tell me
to
your
10
name
days.
first. Please tell me your name first.
Sir, I Nitish Kumar.
Yeah, Nitesh. Very nice. Speak. Yeah, tell me.
I want to say that just like a worker injured to in a working hour
Working
and
hour.
Okay,
Okay.
and not work in 5 to 10 days.
Okay.
So this condition is indirect cost.
See,
Time loss is considered indirect cost.
it will
Time
be.
just
It will
like a
be.
time loss and production loss.
It will be direct cost because it will be a lost time in lost time. If a
And
person
production.
listen to me, if a person get injured and he
Yes.
cannot be
Ye-
able to come back to the office for another 24 hours,
Yes,
that
sir.
time will be considered as lost time injury.
Yes.
The time which lost time, if you multiply
Yes.
how much, see, ultimately he will be compensated by the insurance company. Okay,
Yes.
there will be a chances of high premium, like insurance premium also. Okay, so it will be a money which is going to be taken from the employer finance department. They have to pay.
Yes.
Okay, and at the
Yes.
same time, to complete your targets, you are going to recruit another people. Okay,
Yes.
for that you will go for recruitment. Once he will be arriving to your office, you will ask him to go for training courses.
Yes.
So ultimately you are paying from your pockets. So now you understand which is direct and indirect.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, so we are already late. We have already spent around 40 minutes here. So let me go through it. So what do accident cost you? That is
Okay.
indirect, uninsured. Hidden cost,
Yes.
which will be out of your pocket. So anyone can read this one? Anyone can read this one? Like I need to
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Salman Khan. Who is Salman Khan? Please, dear,
Can I read?
can you read
Yes, sir.
behalf of
Sir.
me?
Salman. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Time lost from work by injured employee.
Listen to me before going into this topic. Why I am giving more important to this topic, because this is the base. If you understand the base, it will be very easy for you to go for element 2, element 3, and element 4. Okay. So indirect,
Okay.
uninsured, hidden cost. Indirect, we have studied here indirect cost. Please see here, production delay or downtime loss or order, everything is
Yes,
here
sir.
itself, right?
Not directly
Indirect
attributed.
and uninsured. Suppose you have a property, company property, like welding machine, lathe
Yes, sir.
machine, all the equipments. Employer always go for
Yes, sir.
taking the insurance for each and every equipment, so that they know there will be a chances of accident. So if there is a chances of accident because of the activity they are performing, okay, so once suppose there is an accident, they will get compensated from the insurance company, right? They'll get it. But something which they cannot get it, which is not insured, which is uninsured. Okay, like suppose you are going to the court, like because you found guilty or there is an accident, court is asking, the regulatory bodies or the court is asking you to go there, okay, and try to prove yourself whether you are guilty or not. So at every day, like every single date you will go there for the discussion, the prosecutor will ask you money. Do you think this
Yes.
kind of money will be compensated by the insurance company?
No.
No.
So it will go from, this is
From
uninsured, right? This is uninsured.
Pocket money.
Yeah, this
Yes,
is
sir.
uninsured, hidden cost, out of the
Yes.
pocket. Understand the word meaning, the bold words. Understand. It is very easy to understand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what Indirect uninsured cost, which is a hidden cost, which will go out of your pocket. Now, Salman Khan, can you please read behalf of me?
Yep, sure, sir.
Yeah.
Time lost from work by injured employee.
Okay.
Lost time by fellow employees.
Okay.
Loss of efficiency due to breakup of crew.
Yes, obviously.
Lost time by supervisor.
Because everybody is busy. Where?
In their works.
Where there was
Everybody is
accident
connected to each
happened.
other.
Huh? The place where accident happened. Everybody is there itself. Understand? Now come
Yep.
to the next point, like point number 5.
Training costs for new replacement workers.
Okay.
Damage to tools and equipments.
All right.
Time damage, equipment is out of service.
Okay.
Loss of production for remainder of the day.
Okay.
Damage from accident such as fire, water, chemical, explosive,
Whatever.
etc.
Yeah.
Failure to fill orders or meet the deadlines.
One point here. Number 10. Failures to fill orders, meet deadlines. When you will come to this position, in this situation, even after when there was an accident or where there is any accident happened, like during that period of time, in that occasions, there is 100% chance that you cannot be able to meet your proposed orders which you agreed with your customers. Understand? Now come to 11. Overhead cost while work was disrupted. What is the meaning of disrupted? Interrupted. Okay. So it will be an overhead cost. Well, work was disrupted. Other miscellaneous cost. What here is over 100 other items of cost may appear one or more times with every accident. Like here, NEBOSH want you to understand, like if this kind of accident or incidents keep on going, there will be 100 more things will come into existence, and which will impact on on organizations. Understand? An unknown
Yes, sir.
cost is human tragedy, moral will be down, reputation will become down. Understand?
Yes.
Now come to the examples of regulatory international frameworks. Regulation adopted by International Labour Organization, which is Occupational Safety and Health Convention C155, a goal setting policy for companies and nation. Can anyone tell me the meaning of convention? Be fast. Law. It's a law, right?
Yes.
Having a goal setting policy for companies and nations. And
What
we
is
have,
framework?
yeah.
Framework.
Yeah. And another one is Occupational Safety and Health Recommendation 1981 R164. Yes. That is a recommendation. It's a supplement of Convention 155, like supporting document, which gives more guidance on how to follow with its policy. Comply means follow with its policies. All right. This will cover. We will try to cover this one later on. Now come here, the international framework. Conventions, the meaning create binding obligations or policies to implement their provisions. See here, the ILO convention are similar in scope to the UK Acts of Parliament. Whatever we are studying right now, it is from the NEBOSH, which is based on UK. So whatever convention we are talking about here is about UK itself. So don't get confused. All right. So ILO convention are similar in scope to UK Acts of Parliament and are very general in nature. It is same in everywhere. A recommendation give more details about how you are going to implement health and safety at your workplace, and are somewhere between regulation and approved code of practice, which is under the UK legal system. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Now come to employer responsibilities. Okay, it is written in the Article 16 of Convention 155 which identifies obligation placed on employer. Obligation. What is the meaning of obligation? I want to know such meanings because it is very important. Akshay, I want everyone to take part. Like I want everyone to involve in this training. Akshay, please, can I have a like a small meaning for this word called obligations?
Blame. Hello.
Yeah.
Blame, sir. Actually. This
Blame.
meaning.
Blame.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, sir.
No. It means legally bound to do. Suppose if you are bound to do something which is legally, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So legally bound. Article 16 of Convention 155 identifies obligations like something like laws which is placed on employer. And what it says?
Legal commitments.
Yes. Make sure that workplace, machineries, equipment, and work processes are safe and without risk to health of workers and staff and visitors and everywhere. Ensure that chemical, physical, and biological substances and agents are without risk to health when protective measures have been taken. Yesterday, we have discussed about the biological agents. Can anyone tell me what, at least one or two?
Microorganisms. Virus.
Yes.
Bacteria.
Human wastages, if we are talking about the hospital.
You know, COVID-19,
Yes.
see, you can tell COVID-19,
Fungus.
sir.
Yes, sir.
COVID-19.
Yeah. COVID-19 also.
Yeah, jokes apart. So ensure the chemical, physical, and biological substances and agents are without risk to health when protective measures have been taken. Protective measures have been taken, that means employer have already developed their policies and they are implementing their health and safety policies throughout their organization, which specifies that protective measures, whichever is written in the risk assessment, should be implemented accordingly based or with a reference to the activity they are performing at their individual site locations. Understand? And provide adequate protective clothing like coveralls and equipment to prevent risk of accidents or adverse health effect. What is the meaning of adverse? Harmful. Make a note, please. Friends, make a note. Harmful, adverse health effect. Like if you're not wearing the protective clothing, okay, and if you're working with something like some biological agents or like with some, if you're working in a clinical area and if you're not wearing gloves or anything, whatever their PPEs, there are chances like the viruses or different fungus or bacteria will jump to your hand, and while in like congestion or like by inhalation or by skin absorption, it will go to your body and your health will become bad. It will affect on your body. Okay, harmful effect. Now come to employer responsibilities, Article 10 of Recommendation 164. What it says, employer shall provide workplace and work equipment and use of work methods which are safe and pose no risk to health and safety. What is anyone know about safe system of work?
Yes.
Okay. Shall provide appropriate instructions and training when before they commence their activities. Provide necessary supervision by the supervisor, close to supervisions. Put in place health and safety arrangements adopted to suit the size and nature of the undertaking. Nature of the undertaking means what kind of activities you are performing. Suppose you are working with manufacturing, if the organization is manufacturing steel, or if the organization is having like it's oil and gas industries, based on that nature of the activity, they have to set up their health and safety arrangements. Okay, then employer shall provide any necessary personal protective clothing and equipment free of charge. They should not charge, employer should not charge a single penny from their employees. Okay, Ensure that the hour of work do not adversely affect employees' safety and health. What is the standard hour of work? 8 hours. Very nice.
8 hours.
Very nice. And then employer must take measures to eliminate any extreme physical and mental fatigue. Okay, they have to look into it, because if you are physically tired and if any work which will create another issues on your body, or if you are having like lot of burden lot of job if you are performing and you are not getting breaks, and like there will be a chances of lot of stress which can lead to another problem. So they have to employer must eliminate all such things. Okay, then stay up to date with the knowledge in order to comply with above. Like whatever we have read, they have to update it, like what they need to do more, what they need to review, like they have to review it. If there is a requirement which need to be provided, like if there is a change in the activity, there will be a chance, there will be a like provision for their employees to go for instructions and training as well, because they are doing another activity. So they have to keep eye on each and everything and stay up to date with knowledge. Okay. Now, okay, we have started this one. Article 19 of Convention 155 also places obligation on workers. We have already completed this one yesterday itself, right? So from here we are going to start the new one.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so Article 19 of Convention 155 places obligation on workers expanded in Recommendation 164 as follows. Take reasonable care of their own safety and that of other people. What you understand with this line? And I want this answer from someone who is working in such areas. Okay, like they are like the supervisors. If there is any supervisors, I want the answer from them, like super safety supervisors or like construction supervisors, whoever it is. So can I get this answer? Little information from your end, my friends?
Myself.
Yeah, what's your good
Gopinath,
name?
sir.
Yeah.
Gopinath.
Yeah, Gopinath.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
worker
to
responsibility.
take a reasonable care of your own.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So to take a reasonable care of both for your own health and safety and other as well. I mean, who might be harmed by your activities.
Very well said. Number two, who will give the number two explain? Who will give, provide me the answers, like a little more explanation. Comply with safety instructions and procedures. Yeah.
So this is Billo Mangal Mahapatra.
Yeah.
So as per me, take the reasonable care of their own safety means if I are doing some activity, being a worker, if I am doing some activity and I must be aware about the rules and regulations, risk. I have the capability to assess the risk, and I am much more confident to save myself and the co-worker who are working with me. So it means I am responsible for my own safety and as well as the co-worker who are working with me. Or being a supervisor, it is my responsibility to see the safety of my subordinate who is working under me.
You're working as a supervisor, right?
No, sir, I am a safety manager.
So you are a safety manager. Though you have given the explanation, which is very good, but why I want this kind of answers from a supervisors? Why not from a workers? Because you, like the people like you, like supervisors, managers, they are very much with the management. They know the risk assessment. They know the policies. They know each and everything from top to bottom, especially safety people. Okay. And they even know each and every individual work responsibility as well. What supervisor is doing, what his responsibilities. We safety know each and everything. That is why we are able to give the exact answers. Suppose a worker here take reasonable care of their own safety and that of other people also. If like in the previous slide, I have discussed like we must ask everyone to come when we are developing our health and safety policy, when we are making method statement, when we are developing safe system of work, when we are doing risk assessment, when we are measuring, when we are making control system, control measures, because workers are the only one who knows from where they get hurt. They know the each and every corner which is risky for their life and for others also. So if we provide them the proper information and instructions to the workers, then they can be able to understand to take reasonable care of their own safety and that of the other people as well. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then comply with
Right, sir.
safety.
Right.
Yeah. Then follow with safety instructions and procedures. What are the procedures kept by the managers or by the company related to the activity? They must follow.
Follow.
Use all safety equipments properly. Like they should not miss any guards, any like any interlocks. What is there? What is the standard? They should maintain everything. Report any situation that they believe could be hazard and which they cannot themselves correct. Like if they encountered any situation and if they feel like they cannot be rectify it, they should report it to their immediate supervisors so that they can take proper control measures or they can rectify the issues. Report any work related accidents and ill health. Understand?
Yes, sir.
I just need to have a 2 minutes break. I'll come back. Okay. Okay. So now, once again, workers' right. What are the workers' right? It is written in Article 19 of Convention 155, which states that every worker must be given adequate information on actions the employer has taken to make sure safety and health. Okay, given right to the necessary training in safety and health. Suppose you are joining any company, like or if you are involved with any if you are selected by your organizations for any new activity, your client requires you for another trainings, right, related to the activities. If the clients they are offering, you need to have S2S training, you need to have that training, working at height training or in-house training, right? Am I wrong or right?
You are right.
Right, sir. Right,
Yes.
sir.
So given right to the necessary training in safety and health, consulted by employers on all matters of safety and health relating to their work. They can even speak to the employer if they encountered any health and safety issues at in their work activities. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So given right to leave a workplace that he has reason to think present an imminent and serious danger to his life or health and not be compelled to return until it is safe. I want this sentence to be repeated by Danish Akhtar. Can you please explain this sentence on behalf of me? Danish.
Yes, sir.
What you understand with these sentences? Given right to leave a workplace that he has reasons to think present an imminent and serious danger to his life or health and not be compelled to return until it is safe. Okay, no issues. Danish, Firdos, Mr. Firdos, can I have a written information related to these sentences from you? Can I expect? All right. Suppose I'm giving.
Can I say it?
Yeah, speak.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
yes. Should the employee observe anything, any area that believes is unsafe for him to work in? He's got the right to withdraw. But before he can do that, he needs actually to consult the supervisor And then if the area cannot be made safe, the employees got the right to withdraw.
Okay, somewhere you are correct, but let me correct it more. Let me explain it in a more precise manner. Suppose a worker is working in such an area like oil and gas, tank farm area, oil and gas tank farm, where there is a lot of fuels like aeroplane, okay, naphtha, which is called naphtha. It's an aeroplane fuel, okay. Then kerosene, then LPG gas everywhere. Suppose he's working in zone 0 areas, and don't ask here, don't what is zone 0. It will take another minute. Zone 0, which is very hazardous in nature, okay, you cannot do your hot works, okay. There is a chances of H2S gases present in the area, okay. You cannot be able to identify through your smell, okay, because it can dead your sensing smell, sensing power. Even within a minute of time, you will be found dead. So if, but for at least for a few seconds, you can be able to identify there is a pungent smell like rotten egg smell. So he has the right to leave the place until and unless the supervisor or the manager or the site manager make sure that area is safe. And even if he, suppose he leave the area, okay, suppose he leave the area, no one can ask him or force him to go and resume the work, okay, unless it is safe. Understand? So everybody who like a worker or a safety or a manager, if they feel that area is not proper for him and it can immediate give like a threat to his life, he can leave that area and no one can force him to go unless and until employer make it safe for them to work or for him to work. Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now, definition. What is health? A state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity.
Infirmity.
Yes. What is safety?
Absence of risk of serious personal injury. Freedom of
Absence.
risk.
Yes. What do you mean by welfare? What you understand with the word called welfare system? Every time we are discussing, employer should provide welfare system. Welfare system. What?
Basic facilities.
Yes, like
Good welfare, good
Provide
environment.
adequate
proper,
basic
like proper
Water
main.
and
Proper
soft
workplace.
drinks.
Drinking water station, like bathrooms, like all the welfare facilities, which are the basic
Restrooms,
necessity of the worker.
first aid facilities, huh?
Healthy work
Changing,
atmosphere.
yes, healthy atmosphere, proper ventilation, proper lighting, everything which suits their job activity, okay, which will not that area or that like the environment which will not pose any risk to their health or life. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now come to enforcement agencies. There is no harmonized global standard. Okay. There is no harmonized global standard. What do you mean by harmonized?
Yes, sir.
Harmonized. There is no such agreement like global agreement. Okay. There are country specific agencies, may include food safety inspectors, country specific. Okay. That is designed for particular countries. All right, that is food safety inspector and health and safety enforcement agencies, fire inspectors. So the question is, what inspectors do actually? Can
They'll
I?
come and they'll inspect the things which has to be maintained properly there. If something happened, why it has happened, what was the mistakes or what was the backlogs, the things were happening because of the reasons.
Okay. Anyone? So the question is, what inspector do actually? An enforcement inspector
They
may visit
ensure the
Inspector
safety.
to find out the root cause.
visit your
They
premises.
ensure the
Yeah,
basic.
speak. Yeah, tell me.
They will ask for documentation.
Very nice. I need more answers from everyone, one by one. Salman.
They ensure the basic facilities available, such as safety.
All right.
Firefighting system.
Look for risk.
They will ask. Enforcement agencies will ask verbally for anyone. To anyone they will ask.
Okay, like you meant to say, like they can inquire anything.
Yes.
Okay.
They
So
are also checked if they are meet with the standard or not.
okay, let me explain. Everybody said well. Let me add more.
Sir, hello. Sir, the inspector
Please mute yourself, guys. Please mute yourself. Let me explain. Later on, we will discuss. All right. Yeah. Please mute, my friends. Please mute. So the question is, what inspectors really do? An enforcement inspector may visit premises for a number of reasons. For an example, following a reported accident. If there is any accident, they will visit. As a consequences of complaint, if they receive any complaint, excuse me, please mute yourself, friends. Everybody is getting disturbed. Please mute yourself. Listen, it is very important to understand this one. So when following a reported incident, if there is any accident or incident in the premises, employer areas like working area in any organization, they will come as a consequences of complaint. When they receive any complaints from any neighbor or any visitor or anyone or even workers. Okay, and sometimes it is a part of routine inspection also. They are visiting, like audit. We are getting auditors every year for getting the proper health and safety rules and compliance, whether it is working properly or not, to check whether it is going as per the agreed policy. So same like here, they are coming as a part of their routine inspection to check whether things are going properly or not. Okay. What an inspector might do? What an inspector might do on entry, inspector can perform a number of tasks, including the following. Let me explain this one. They can take measurement, photographs, and record details as they see fit. This might include photographs of the scene of an accident and dimension of the plant or machineries. Like according to their standards, they'll do each and everything. Like just like like investigation, they are doing investigation. Understand? This might include photograph of the scene of an accident and dimension of plants or machineries. Inspector can take samples of articles, including any component involved in an accident or incident. They will take like the article, sample of articles, right? Or any components. Suppose there was an accident because of the welding machine. Okay, there is a fire because of the welding machine. So there is a welding machine. So they will take that article or the component, the broken components, whatever. Okay. They can require a piece of equipment to be dismantled if they feel that it may have caused or will cause a danger to safety and health. They will seize that equipment and they will take out from the premises. They can take items into possessions. This might include equipment, components involved in an accident or incidents. The times taken into possession may be sufficiently tested or examined. Samples of substance may also be taken and tested. Like they are doing each and every research to make sure like why this accident happened. is it because of the employer negligence, or it is the fault of a worker who did this mistake, or did it because of him, which can lead to the accident. They are doing everything to make sure and to find out why it happened, because of the negligence of the employer or because of the negligence of the worker. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Inspector may request the use of facilities and assistance. Example, the use of an office for interviewing purposes. They will ask, one of our friends said this answer, I am really impressed from him. Like, they will ask workers or the managers or the supervisors about the situation, why there was an accident. Okay, like to have a witness, to get like more proper information, those who were in that accident area. Okay.
Excuse me,
Now,
sir.
yeah.
But what the difference between the investigation and the inspector?
See, inspector and
investigation.
Just a moment, let me go. What is the difference between inspector and investigation?
Yes, that's it.
See, inspector, suppose I'm giving you, see, do not, whatever I'm giving you an example, do not include in this scenario. Okay. Suppose you are an HSE manager, right? You are an HSE manager. You have received a designation called manager. A person who is trained and competent in doing inspection for a particular area and get a designation called inspector will be a inspector. All right. He have all the competency level to go for any kind of investigations with respect to the employer, with respect to the organization's activities. Okay. And he will perform all such investigation process. All right. Understand?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Now come to the consequences of non-compliance. I have received one very good answers from one of our friend, and he gave me the proper meaning of the consequences. Once again, I would like to ask some of our friend to give the meaning of the word called consequences.
Sir, I want to some question.
Yeah.
Role and responsibility of factory inspector only investigation or law, rule and regulation to implement the plant.
See, the rules and responsibility we will discuss it later, but now I'll give you a little information about the safety officers and his roles and responsibilities. Okay. That first of all, that is depend upon the employer. When you will get hired by them, they will give you the proper roles and responsibilities. Okay.
Yes.
It will be a brief informations for that position. Suppose in general, a safety officer or a safety supervisor is one who is supervising, monitoring, okay, dealing with all like risk assessments. He will have to make sure like all the equipments, materials, like the worker PPEs, welfare system is going well or not. The contractors, whoever is working in that area, are following with their own organization policy or not, and meeting the objectives what his like organization want him to take proper care of it. All right.
Yes.
So it is not safety officer's job is nothing like you're going to the site and you can just identify who is doing wrong and who is doing right. If you are a safety officer, the best safety officer is one who knows if I stop anyone from anything like any work which is not good, he must have the answers, the solution, like how to carry out that task in another manner with a safely manner.
Yes.
We cannot simply go and stop the work. No, we should never use this word stop.
Yes.
That can only be say that like unless and until it is like very hazardous. Okay, it is very hazardous. Like if anything happen, if that critical work, like if any unwanted, uncontrolled event happened, there will be a chance of fatality. Then that time you can hold the work and you can call to your immediate manager and the area, like site managers, and you can
Or
discuss
sir,
it. Yeah.
if we can't eliminate the hazard, so we can reduce the risk.
Very nice. Yes, obviously. If you cannot eliminate, we have a hierarchy of control, like elimination. If you can eliminate something, if you can eliminate the hazard, just eliminate it and get a new one without, which is without the risk. But if you cannot eliminate, you have to make sure it should be less hazardous. Like you are using concentrated HCl, okay? But if there is a way of doing that work with low concentrated acid, you can get a low concentrated acid which is low hazardous, and you can use it. It's a substitution method, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So shall I resume the topic? I asked the meaning called consequences of non-compliance. Means if you will not follow with the rules and regulation, with the policies, and if you break the laws, what will be the outcome results for not complying? So breach of health and safety legislation is usually a criminal offense. What is offense? What is the meaning of offense, my friends?
Breaking law.
Very nice, very nice. A
Breaking
breach
rule.
of law or rules, which can lead to enforcement actions. All right.
Yes.
I will elaborate here a little bit so that you can be able to understand. All right.
Yes.
So enforcement action, where the enforcement agency force an employer either to make improvement within their workplace with a given time or stop carrying out high risk activity altogether until improvement are being made. Suppose if the enforcement agency encountered like you are not following health and safety rules and like obligations, they have the power to first they will come and they will do all the investigation. If you find guilty, they will first ask you for doing the improvement, and when you make an improvement, make an evidence, send it back to them. If they agree with that, you can continue. Or if you fail to do it, what they will do? They will stop all your activities, okay, until improvement are being made by the employer. All right. And if you find that you are guilty, the employer is guilty, then organization may have to suffer with lot of fines. Okay.
Yes.
By the court itself, they will ask you to pay fines, huge fines. You cannot even imagine. So better, what is the better solution is we have to follow our health and safety obligations. Okay. We should not breach our health and safety compliance. All right. Even and come to the topic itself. Even if the hello, please mute yourself, friends. Otherwise, I cannot be able to concentrate on the topic. Please mute. And the another point is individual may be fined or imprisonment. Suppose if the enforcement agency found that the employer is not performing nicely with respect to the health and safety, and he is violating all the rules and regulation and not following any compliance given by the legislation, and if it is because of the individual like supervisors or managers or anyone, he will be fined, or there are chances he will be imprisonment, he will go to jail. So it is very bad thing, right? It is not acceptable. Being a good employer, it is the employer duty and as well as the worker's duty to have a positive health and safety culture at our workplace. Understand? And what are the other consequences of non-compliance? What are the other consequences of non-compliance? The direct consequences of non-compliance are similar for most countries, like loss of competitive advantage. What do you understand with this word called loss of competitive advantage? Organization cannot be able to compete with others. Okay, other organization having same nature of work. Example, suppose if an organization, suppose if there is a steel company and there is a very poor health and safety management system, there is like on daily basis or like weekly basis, there is a like accident or near misses or incident or like different kind of accidents. Okay, and they lost their name and reputation, everything. Okay, do you think they can compete with other steel manufacturer companies?
No.
No, it is not possible, because they are very good in health and safety. They follow all health and safety rules and regulations, and there is a very positive health and safety culture. All right.
Yes.
Now come to inability to compete for certain contracts. They won't get better contracts in futures. They will unable to get the better contracts. Okay, because you have already lost your names. Do you think other company, other client will give you the contracts? No. Then again, there will be a fine if you find guilty, and jail as well. A person has to go to the jail if he found guilty for not following health and safety obligations given by the legislations or the regulatory bodies. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the time now? It's 12:27. We'll have a 5 to 10 minutes break. Everybody need to have a break. Go and have water and come back after 5 minutes. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. This is the eye of a safety officer. Very nice. Anyhow, we are going to discuss now element 1.3. Who does what in organization? That means the responsibilities of individual in an organization. Okay, see, it is not too tough. It is very easy. Even you can give me the proper answers. Okay. So employer, what is the word called employer? Can you please elaborate?
Who provides the employment to others?
Very nice. One answer. Another one?
No, the owner of the company of the organization.
Like organization who give job to the people. Okay, a person or a business that employs one or more people, especially for wages or salary. All right, suppose I am working for Gulf Academy of Safety. All right, I am getting salary per month. Okay, I am doing it for my wages, for my salaries. The employer carries ultimate responsibilities for ensuring that the workplace is safe and free of health and safety risks. Here, the employer responsibility is to make sure that the workplace is safe and free from safety risks. How? How they can be sure?
By continuous monitoring.
By
regular inspection.
Very nice. Okay.
Safety policy.
By doing the risk assessment.
Very nice. See, here we are 35 students. I want at least if everybody will like give the little bit of answers, we will be able to complete this slide by your own, by your help. The employer carries ultimate responsibilities for ensuring, that means for making sure that the workplace is safe, to make sure that worker, visitor, contractor will be safe from any hazard. How it can be achieved? By providing safe place of work, proper equipment to work, adequate PPEs, personal protective equipment, that means implementation of health and safety policies. Hello?
Yeah, proper environment.
Proper environment, by providing proper training at level of employees, at every level of employees, induction for all new employees so that they can be familiar with the hazardous activities and risk involved in it. All right, must have proper method of work statement with adequate resources.
Resources.
Yes, providing adequate
Yes,
supervisions
sir.
and monitoring by competent staff. We will discuss about the word called competent. All right. So monitoring by competent staff, by providing segregated pedestrian walkways and vehicle facilities, emergency arrangements, and many more we can highlight. Understand?
Yes.
So here itself, once again, employer must provide safe place of work, okay, the safe access and egress. What is the meaning of egress? Exit, leaving a place where, like, after completion of a job, or if you are entering somewhere, that area should be, that the access should be safe.
Emergency procedures.
Yes. So a safe place of work where employer shall provide proper arrangements for adequate access and exit, and even the working area shall not be congested.
Yes.
Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Proper segregations for pedestrian walkways and vehicle movement area with proper parking facilities. All right, now come to safe plant and equipment. The need to inspect, service and replace machineries will depend on the level of risk. So if the employer encounter any problem, okay, in their machines, they shall provide adequate servicing or shall replace the machine if it poses more risk to the worker while they work. Understand? If the level of risk is high, it is like worthless to ask, call for any servicing department and ask him for the like servicing. It is better replace it with a new one, which poses minimum risk. Understand?
Yes.
Now come to safe system of work. What is safe system of work? Can I get a definition of safe system of work? I hope there are a lot of safety officers sitting in this classroom. Can I expect like a clear definition, a specific definition of safe system of work? I can understand you guys know what is safe system of work, but what is the proper definition of it?
Like a systematic examination of the task
All right.
in order to complete the job without any risk of health, like a permit to work system, risk
Very,
assessment. This is all including the safe system.
very nice. What's your good name?
Gopinath, sir.
Gopinath, very well said. So let me explain the definition. It is a formal procedure which results from systematic examination of work in order to identify the hazard, all hazards involved in the activity. Even it defines safe method to make sure that the hazards are eliminated or risk is minimized. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Where method statement or safe system of work is a requirement, listen it very carefully. Where method statement or safe system work is a requirement of Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, and it's intended to provide necessary information about the job undertaken, shall be safely managed for both the parties, the employer and contractors that are carrying out the work. So it is a legal requirement also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
So employers should provide safe system of work in all situations. Examples for low risk activities or for high risk activities. In all circumstances, they should provide safe system of work. Reviewing their method statement, risk assessment. Now, I wanted to ask something. Reviewing. When there is a requirement of reviewing method statement, risk assessment, control measures. When? After that, I will explain this one. When there is a requirement of reviewing method statement and risk assessment and the kept or the proposed control measures.
If any changes in activities.
Very nice. One very good answer. Another one.
Yearly once, or
Very
as per the
nice.
company procedure, it might be 6 months or 6 months, it will be 1 year, depending upon the company procedures.
Very nice. I'm expecting.
There may be a frequency of checking from the organization.
And work.
And one more thing I'm expecting, which is very important.
If any accident
If there's
occurs,
a new
That's
hazard
right.
has been identified.
Who said this answer?
Gohar.
Gohar, very nice. If there is any accident happen at work site, it is mandatory to review your method statement and risk assessment and check your control measures so that you can be able to find out what causes this, what is the because of what issue leads to that accident. What we have not mentioned, the steps of the work to be carried out safely, or what we missed in the risk assessment, or what, and as well at the same time, what additional control measures need to be added in the existed risk assessment. Understand?
Yes.
So that their operation, their activity will go smoothly without the risk to anyone. Understand? And at last, training, supervision, and competency of staff. Okay, they should provide training, proper supervisions, and competence. They have to check the competency of the staff, or they have to improve the competency of the staff by providing proper information, guidelines, and informations.
Sir,
Okay.
it's called reactive monitoring, right?
Which one?
It's called reactive monitoring, right?
That is, yeah, reactive monitoring. We have this, we will discuss the active monitoring and reactive monitoring. Okay, then we will jump to here itself. Okay, so if we talk about reactive and active, people are very fresh over here, they can get confused. Understand? We will do it. And you are correct also. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, what is competence? A competence can be described as the combination of, speak guys, please. Training,
knowledge, ability, training, experience,
and knowledge that a person has, and their ability to apply them to perform a task safely. Like I'm giving you an example of a safety officer. Okay, why? See, right now everyone is here in this classroom. We want to write the NEBOSH open book exam. Why? To prove ourselves that we have studied, we have taken the training, and we boost up with different skills. Okay. At the same time, you have experience also. And after getting the proper training, you will have more knowledge and you will be able to provide this information when there is a requirement of a safety officers to deal with any risk activities, risk assessment process. He will provide the maximum information what he is having after becoming the competent safety officer according to NEBOSH. Understand?
Yes.
Other factors such as attitude and physical ability can also affect someone's competence. Like that is a factor, like attitude. If you are like if you are confident about something, your physical ability can show that yes, you can do that thing in a very good manner. Okay, so we have an abbreviated word called KATE. Just remember this word: K for knowledge, A for ability, T for training, and E for experience.
Experience.
Okay. So competency is very important. Okay. Suppose if I say like I'm a competent trainer, that means I would have like I supposed to have a good experience for delivering the knowledge, information, and even
Skills.
if I'm asking some questions or if you guys are asking some questions, I will be able to give at least 90% of the information what I have. All right.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
because if I say that I am 100% in knowledge, I am wrong. Knowledge is very vast. Information is
nobody
too
is
much.
100.
Okay.
Nobody is 100%.
Yeah. So we need to learn and we need to understand more new things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now come to the topic called top management can demonstrate commitment. By how top managements are demonstrating. What is the meaning of demonstrating? First, we need to understand the topic later, because what is written in the topic is very easy. But if you understand the topic, it will be very easy for you to understand what it says actually. What does it mean? Top management demonstrating. That means demonstrate means clearly check or check through proof of evidence what they have committed by making resources available to design, implement, and maintain the occupational health and safety management system. Okay. Defining roles and responsibilities. Whose roles and responsibilities? Staff or workers working in their organization. Okay. Just now 5 minutes back, I just I have like give you the information like every staff, every officers who are recruited by any employer. Okay, the employer set roles and responsibilities for them. Okay, if he is an engineer, he is having different roles and responsibilities. It is nothing like he don't need to he's not having any roles and responsibility towards health and safety. No, he must. Okay, then defining roles and responsibility for each and every individuals working in the organization. Then appointing senior managers with specific responsibilities for health and safety, like HSE managers. In some companies, for medium range company, there is operation manager or a construction manager. He is responsible for all health and safety policies or measures. Okay. So it depends upon small companies, medium scale companies, and bigger companies. All right. Then appointing competent people, internal and external, including a specialist. Here, who is a specialist? Like construction manager, HSE manager, even you. We are a competent persons, right? After completion of the NEBOSH level 3, you become a competent person. They will recruit you. And once you get experienced, you will be invited by the employer or any organizations to check, like as an audit. Okay, we are doing audits. We are calling third party. Why? Because they are competent enough. They can check each and every corner of your site, office, plant, vehicle, equipment, your documents, each and everything, to make it sure that it is according to the health and safety policy obligations.
Yes.
Understand? And then reviewing health and safety performance. Okay, the last topic we will discuss tomorrow.
Sir,
As we
audits can do only satisfied persons, right?
Which one?
Audits can do only certified persons.
Yes, suppose you are an internal auditor. Okay, suppose you are a safety officer in your company, suppose. So if you have an idea, of how to perform the audits, you can do the internal audits if you are selected by your department with
Yes.
someone having more experience than you, so that you can be able to learn. And once you become more experienced, you can do the internal audits with your team management. Okay, like with your
Yes.
HSC managers and construction managers. Why we are doing internal audits? So that if we do the internal audits on regular basis, like at every 6 months, with your top management, if you like with your with your department level, you will be able to rectify lot of mistakes, lot of hazards. And once you come up with a report, you will send it to the respective departments, and the department peoples will send you the closeout reports. So see, all this work you are doing, why? So that suppose you have identified 20 points which need to be closed, and luckily your department, the organization, the company peoples like construction managers and different staff, they completed all the like open issues on time specified by you. So like that, at every 6 months if you do this one, or every 3 months if you do internal audits, like the open points will be closed. So when you call for the external audit, he won't get that much of like you know
Yes.
the open loops, the things which is not in up to date. Okay,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you will be awarded with a proper like OSHA's, if you are having different like third party like TUV for
Yes.
giving you
We
the
can cover
certificate of
all
having.
almost points at an acceptable level.
Yeah, yes. So they will awarded you the certificate of having proper health and safety environment in your organization with with maximum level of uh, maximum level of what shall I say, maximum level of the word I am missing, like you have met with the legal compliance maximum level.
With accreditation.
Yeah, understand. Anyhow, it's now 1 a.m. So we will just close the schedule here, like this class here itself. Tomorrow, I'll start with the last line, reviewing health and safety performance, why it is required and how we are going to perform. I'll explain you.
Okay,
Okay?
sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you tomorrow, same time. Be on time, my friends. Be
Sure,
on time so that we
sir.
can save
Sir,
time.
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a request that can you share the yesterday's video, because
It is already there in the WhatsApp group.
no, sir. I today I am joined late in the group, right?